about investing in stock market but are scared of the most popular beliefs in the stock market, like investment in stock market is very risky, or you need to take high risk to generate high returns in stock market, or you need expert knowledge to invest in stock market? If yes, then this video is for you. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am C. Shilpa Surana, and in today's video we are going to discuss about 5 most popular myths or beliefs about stock market, and we will try to shatter them or bust them. If you are new to my channel, please do consider to like, share and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get constant notifications whenever I upload a video. So let's begin. So the first and most popular belief about stock market is investment in share market is very risky. This is the belief that even I have come across a lot of time, but whenever I hear it from somebody, I just don't stop it there. I cross-question them by asking that how did they pick their stock in which they incurred losses? Did they do fundamental analysis, or was there any technical analysis behind choosing that stock? And trust me, the answer that I've got from most of the people was they had done investment in that stock because somebody have given them a tip to invest, or they have seen lot of their friends or their known people investing in that stock, so they also purchased the stock, and there was no background analysis like fundamental or technical for that matter before choosing that stock. And there were very few people who actually told me that they had done a proper fundamental analysis before buying any stock and still they incurred losses. One popular example that we can take here is of Satyam, wherein even if people would have done a fundamental analysis, because the balance sheet and the P&L of the company were fudged, they might have incurred huge losses on their investment in that company, right? And for such situations only we say that you should diversify your portfolio, whereby you should invest in multiple sectors or multiple industries, multiple companies, and not just restrict yourself to one company. Don't put all your funds in one company share, and because if anything like this fundamentally goes wrong, then all the capital is going to be wiped off and you might be dusted. It's highly possible. I feel the people who say that don't invest in stock market because it's risky, it's like similar analogy can be used in a place where you say don't drive because it might cause an accident. See, whenever you are driving, meeting with an accident is an inherent risk, or is a risk which is attached to that activity. There is always a chance that whenever you are driving you might meet with an accident, but to avoid that situation, what you can do at the max is wear a helmet or drive a properly serviced bike or adhere to the speed limits whenever you are driving, right? And even though you would have done all this thing, is there still chances that you might meet with an accident? The answer is yes. There is a chances. What if the mistake is of the other person who's driving from front and he just hits you? So there is always a risk. And similarly in stock market you can use this analogy whereby even though you would have done a fundamental analysis or technical analysis, it is not necessary that you will make a profit, or it is not necessary that you will generate a wealth. There is chances that you might lose that money. And one such example was 2008 subprime lending crisis. This subprime lending crisis actually happened in US. When this crisis was uncovered, on that day in India, when the market had opened in the morning, it has crashed in just 50 seconds and people have lost enormous amount of money in the market in just first 50 seconds of the market opening. Do you think that if you would have done fundamental analysis, still you would have ended up having losses? Yes. Do you think that a fundamentally strong company would have started doing bad in just 50 seconds and that is the reason that why the market fall? The answer is absolutely no. This is because that the market also operates on sentiments. At that time when the crash had happened, or when the fraud was unveiled, or when the subprime lending crisis was unveiled, at that time there was a fear sentiment in the minds of the people, and because of this the market had crashed in India as well. Indian economy is not working in isolation. Whenever such crises or such scams will get unveiled in, developed nations, those are going to impact developing nations like India, and we will also see its repercussions on our stock market. From whatever experience I have gained till now, Yes, investing in stock market is risky because the markets are very volatile. But if you see big picture, then Sensex was around 1000 in 1989-90 and it has crossed 52,000 in current scenario. So in the long run, if you see, people who have been invested in stock market might have made good money by now. If we see the Sensex chart, we can clearly see how volatile the market have been in this past 30 years. Wherein you have seen the huge fall in the market during 1992 Harshad Mehta scam, or during 2008 subprime lending crisis, or during this corona pandemic. So these were the situations where there was fear in the market or fear in the minds of the people who were invested in market. Similarly, if you see when the stable government have come in 2014, the market have gone up also because of the trust in the government which has been appointed. So market have seen its own highs and lows, or it has seen its own volatility. But still in the long run, if you see, there has been a growth in this market, right? Let's try to understand who are these people who get mostly impacted due to the volatility in the market. These are the type of people who are investing in the market from a very short-term perspective or short-term mindset. And hence, there are chances that they might enter the market when it is high and exit the market when the market falls, and thus making a loss. But let's try to understand that what should be the strategy when you are investing in the market. It should be buy right and sit tight, and you should have an investor's mindset when you are investing in the stock market. When they are buying gold or real estate property, they don't think it from selling in short-term perspective, but when they are actually buying a share, they feel that they should earn money in 2 months, 6 months. This kind of mindset should be avoided. Basically, if you want to earn money in stock market, you need to be invested, or you need to show patience in the stock market if you actually want to create wealth in stock market. People actually, while buying, cell phone or a smartwatch, for example, they do a lot of analysis, like comparing it with other brands, that how it is, and seeing its reviews on the net, that how the performance have been, or trying to see whether the phone has been fairly priced or the watch has been fairly priced as the features. But when they want to invest in shares, they don't want to do any background study and just want to jump into buying something which others have told them. This is where the things actually go wrong. Do your own study, do your own fundamental or technical analysis which you can understand before you invest in any stock, and then decide that whether it is actually risky or not. If you will think from short-term perspective, yes, the market is very volatile and you might end up losing money if in the near future you are thinking of withdrawing it, but actually some scam or some kind of crisis or for that matter recession hits the market. But if you are thinking from long-term perspective, the market has been very promising. Now coming to the second myth, which is that you need to be an expert to invest in stock market. Some technical know-how is definitely required before you can invest in stock market, but that does not mean that you need to be from financial background to invest in stock market. It's like cooking. If I take an example, you don't need to be a master chef to do cooking, right? It is a process where you learn over the period of time and then you do it. And same is the way with stock markets. It is a process which over the period you will learn, and once you learn it, you can invest in stock market. You can do analysis for any stock in two ways. You can either do technical analysis before you buy that stock, or you can do fundamental analysis before you purchase that stock. In technical analysis, you see what the past trend of the stock prices have been, and you determine an entry and exit price, and accordingly you buy a stock. And in the second case, in fundamental analysis, you actually see the health of the company, like you see the ratios, you see the past profits or sales figures of the company, past returns given by the company, and then you determine that whether you want to invest in that stock or not. I'm a chartered accountant, and for technical analysis, actually even I have not learned in my CA curriculum. This is something that I have learned after completing my CA. Whereas for fundamental analysis, yes, we have some edge over the non-finance people, because we know how to interpret the ratios or read the ratios which are there, or we know how to read a balance sheet of a company or profit or loss of the company. But it is no rocket science, trust me. Even a person, a layman person who is not from the financial background can understand it very well, and I'm there to help you in that. So if you're not yet subscribed my channel, please do subscribe my channel, because on this channel I will be taking you through a lot of ratios and financial statements, balance sheets, P&Ls, and help you understand how to interpret it. Also, to add on this, one example that I can give you is, see, it is not like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's stock don't make losses. It will be like saying that a doctor don't get sick. So even their stocks make losses. What matters is that you should think from a long-term perspective, wherein you choose your companies very wisely, depending on the fundamentals of the company and the future growth prospects of the company, or the growth prospects of the industry in which it is operating, and thus make a wise decision. Another one example that I would like to give is of Warren Buffett, who is a stock market investor again, who is a well-renowned name in the stock market world, and he started investing at the age of 11. What do you think, that he will be a stock market expert at that age? Of course no, right? He did his homework before investing. Even at that age, he read the financials of the company, identified undervalued company, stayed invested in those companies for a really long time, and then created the wealth which he owns right now. So this is a tried and tested strategy, guys. And further, another one example that I can give is of Radhakishan Damani, who is also a promoter of DMart. You guys might be knowing. He is a stock market investor as well, and he is an undergrad. Again, I mean, there are a lot of examples. Purinju Veliath, who is also a law graduate, who is not from financial background. These are some of the big names which I'm telling you from the stock market, who have created fortunes in stock market. The third myth is that small investors cannot make money, and you need to invest a lot of amount if you want to make good money in stock market. Again, I would like to highlight an example of Purinju Veliath here, who is from Kerala. He is a very renowned investor in stock market, and he is a value investor. He is somebody who is from a very poor family. He actually, while studying law, he developed interest in share market and had joined Parag Parikh Securities and other such companies, wherein he learned about the stock market and started investing with a very small amount basically, and had made fortunes in the long run. Similar example is of Warren Buffett, who started with a very small amount and over the period gradually increased it, and he has earned his wealth after he has crossed his 66th birthday, right? So if you want to become a hero in stock market, you need to do it systematically, after understanding the stocks, picking right stocks for yourself as per your risk appetite. Our target should not be to buy a stock which is cheap, because all that glitters is not gold. Our target should be to identify the future winners and then invest them at this point of time, so that you can create wealth in future. See, by hearing all these stories, don't just feel that whoever enters the stock market earns fortunes, because that is also not correct. There are people who have made huge losses and have been dusted as well in this industry. The key here is that you have to do your own analysis and determine your stop loss, at what level you want to exit the market, how much is your risk appetite. All these factors should be determined by you. So it is always a key that you determine that how much loss you can take. Do not borrow money to invest in the stock market. Invest from whatever you have saved and how much ever losses you can bear. Fourth most popular belief is high the risk, high the returns. If you need high returns in the stock market, then you need to take high risks. Does that mean that good companies or renowned companies, blue chip companies would not give good returns if you invest in them? That's not true, right? If fundamentally the company is strong, if it is having growth prospect, if the industry is promising, if they are coming up with the new products or new launches, why wouldn't the company give good returns in the future? There is no reason why it would happen. So do your analysis, try to understand all these aspects, and then determine that whether the company is promising or not. Then determine that whether the prices of the stock is fairly valued or undervalued at this point of time or not, and then decide to invest in the company. Again, I said buy right, sit tight is the strategy to create wealth in stock market. It is not that you should invest in highly risky stocks to generate returns. Fifth most popular belief is, to be a great investor, you need to focus on investing the whole time. Again, like I said, our strategy is buy right, sit tight. We are not thinking from a short-term perspective or from traders angle. We are thinking from long-term perspective, wherein we are planning to stay in market for more than 5 years. And in such situations, it is not that I need to constantly sit in front of screen and keep analyzing the price movement of the stocks. The strategy that you should be following is you should be updated with the company's news which are there or which makes the headlines. You should be aware of the quarterly results that the company is announcing, so that if any significant deviation is seen, you might come to know about it at an early stage and then try to track it more rigorously so that you don't end up making huge losses in the future if the company is towards its doom. So that's all guys from my side. If you are also convinced that these 5 myths are busted, do let me know in the comment section below. If you are new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe my channel for more future updates on financial knowledge. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.